Hello guys, Captain El Mapper here and welcome back to another video. Today I'm going to be discussing the unknown Greek civilization that is the oldest to have ever existed and sadly lost to time. It's the Greek island of Lemnos. You might have known the island we're gonna be discussing as Altis from the video game Arma 3. Yes, the island exists in the North Aegean Sea of Greece. Its history starts at 4000 BCE, 5th millennium BCE, making it the oldest original civilization on Earth. But it was simply some towns, not a country like Summerians or Egypt. I actually traveled to Lemnos for some vacation and the museum of its capital inspired me to make the video. The island has many landmarks, but I don't recommend going there if you haven't already been to Greece 2 to 3 times. So, the people of Lemnos started building their stuff at 4000 BC, and they also advanced much weaponry and stunning as well. They made 3 enormous cities, Myrina, Polyochni and Koukonisi. These cities spoke the Etruscan language later on, which is kind of fascinating since that language was spoken only in specific parts of Italy. The civilization continued until sometime in the 2nd millennium BCE they were destroyed by an earthquake. Later, the city of Myrina was rebuilt in a better way than ever before, and a new town, Hephaestia, just popped up. In 500 BCE, the island of Lemnos was conquered by the Persians. That was all for the ancient Lemnos, but the Middle Ages one has a history of being raided by lots of different neighboring countries, so let's examine that too. First off, Lemnos was captured by the Saracen in the 10th century and then by the Seljuk in the 11th century ACE. The island has a history of being captured by Venetian families in the 13th century, but the Ottomans ended up raiding and conquering it. From 1440 to 1460, the fortress of Myrina was in Genoese hands, and so was the island, and from 1479 to 1912, it was in Ottoman hands, but it still has a long history of being ruled by other nations, in modern history of course. Let's dive deep into it, shall we? In 1915, during the First World War, French troops landed on the island and used it as a war base. Later, in the Asia Minor catastrophe of 1922, French troops caught Greeks escaping from Turkey to reach Lesbos, Chios and Lemnos. Those civilians were often shot by Turkish militias or in rarer cases, cooked and tortured by the French. Additionally, during the First World War, the English also used Lemnos as a military base. Both the French and the English had their own version for a Lemnos colony flag, with the only exception being that the French version was made by the women of Mudros, the second largest town of Lemnos. Speaking about Mudros, it was also used by the English as a naval base. In 1941, Greece was under German, Italian and Bulgarian occupation. The Axis powers split Greece in such a way that Lemnos was occupied by the Germans. Then, in 1967, a coup succeeded in Greece, and the island was part of that junta until, in 1974, it got kind of liberated. To avoid confusion, it is important to mention that modern-day Lemnos is part of the Republic of Greece. That was the amazing and never discussed before history of the island of Lemnos. Thank you guys for watching. I'll catch you all next time. Goodbye.